Hi guys, this is Cadet Moffitt, and this is part 3 of the video series of how to apply to AFROTC and how to apply to UCF specifically for Detachment 159. So welcome back, this is part 3. This is going to be the how-to on DocuSign. So I mentioned on this last slide, see if we can go back. We are going to use DocuSign if we have issues uploading documents in Wings. Hopefully you're able to do that on your own. There shouldn't be any issues with it. Of course, it's your responsibility. And if you do have any issues, go ahead, feel free to email this email address right here, afrotc@ucf.edu, and they'll be able to help you. So they can send you a link. This is a separate option to help fill out the forms. So this is also, even if you're not going to be filling out the forms through DocuSign, this is just a review of what the documents are and what you're going to be filling out. The first one is the drug demand reduction release. You can go ahead, read these verbatim, read them word for word. You're signing documentation, you're signing paperwork, so just make sure that you understand what you're getting into, what you're signing. They always say read the fine print. And so this is basically just saying that you understand that we are not allowed to do drugs in the military, we are not allowed to do drugs in ROTC, in the Air Force, and that at any point in time, you can be randomly drug tested in the program. They do not have to give you a heads up. That's just how it is. And so this is basically saying down here in this signature box that you understand that. And so here, current mailing address, you're going to sign and then date. Like I said before, with the core values, our first core value is integrity first. So just be honest when filling out all paperwork. There's no penalty for honesty. If you say that you have done drugs in the past and that you're no longer doing drugs, that was something that you did years ago, go ahead and say that, right? Like just be honest with what the paperwork is asking. This is the DD Form 2005. Healthcare records, this is just saying that they can basically request records just to make sure that you're healthy. Authority for collection of information, including your social security number and any other records that they might need. It talks about the routine uses. Like I said again, read this paperwork verbatim so that you understand what you're signing. Now down here at the bottom, it's going to ask you for your social security number or DoD ID, identification number. This is going to ask you for the date, and then you're just going to sign down here. Request for release of student records. For these documents, if you are under 18, please sign and download the required form from DocuSign. We're just making sure that if you have, a parent signature, if the student is under 18, that we're tracking that. So if you're unable to access it in DocuSign, you can go ahead and retrieve it directly from Wings. So then you're just going to fill out on here the cadet name, the date, your signature. If you are under 18, then that's when that would have to be filled out. But if you're over, you don't have to worry about it. This is the mail access authorization release. If you are under 18, please download the required form from DocuSign. If you are unable to access it there, you may retrieve it directly from Wings. Like I said earlier, same situation. You're just going to sign here, cadet signature and date, and then your printed name of signature witness or notary. You don't necessarily have to have a notary on this one, but if you would like, you can get it notarized. And then here, parent guardian signature if you're under 18. This is a screenshot from Wings. This talks about all of the forms that you have to fill out. These are the ROTC releases and forms. In the instruction category, it tells you basically what you need to do. Print out and complete the following release forms. Make sure you follow the instructions on each form and bring these forms with you when you in process at the detachment. So just go ahead and print them out. Make sure that you have them on you. If your school requires any additional, they will provide it to they will provide it to you. If your school or detachment requires any additional forms, they will provide those. This is the form that we really have to harp on. Download the AFROTC Form 28 pre-participatory sports physical. So here's all the forms This is the Form 28. Make sure that you download the forms, fill them out, sign them, and then re-upload them. So up here, this is going to talk about any supporting documentation. This is what it should look like once you've actually had it filled out. It'll ask you to add an attachment, or if you want to delete a document, you can go back and forth. So this is a drug demand, the DD Form 2005, AFROTC Form 28, the mail access form, and release of student records. If there are any additional documents, it allows you to upload them in this area here, and then of course add a description, and then you can add the document. This is what it should look like. So if you've completed everything up to this point, everything should be checked. If there's like a reason that you have to skip a section or you come back, of course, it's not going to be done, but this is what it should look like. 0, civil involvements, or if you have any, they should be there. Supporting documentation should be there. Just make sure that all of this is filled out and completed, and then you'll be able to finish this section. Once finished, hit save and close. And you're probably asking, what's next? So once I've filled out all that paperwork, what is my next step? Prior to the new student orientation, so NSOT, just monitor the website and check for any updates. We are pretty active on the website. We're pretty active on the Instagram. Like I said, if you have any questions, you can always DM, you can always email. We have multiple different websites and places you can reach us. An email should be sent out 15 to 30 days from the school start. Should let you know some additional info. If you have any questions, don't be afraid to reach out. The actual day of NSOT, bring all mandatory documents. So this is going to be talking about down here, including your Form 28, which is the sports physical. We foot stomp that time and time again. You have to have that document. Must be original copies of all these, no exceptions. That's it. Yeah, no exceptions. Birth certificate, citizenship documents, and your social security card. Bring all of those, bring them in a folder, be prepared to show them, as well as your Form 28. Like I said, hopefully this video prepared you for enrolling in the detachment, for making sure that you are accepted into the university and that you feel prepared and like ready basically to join the program. The wing stuff is pretty easy once you get a handle on it. It shouldn't be a big deal there. Thank you guys for listening. I hope that you have a good rest of your day, and I can't wait to see you guys at NSOP.